In Moscow, the stage has been set for a speech by the Russian president on Friday. Vladimir Putin is expected to sign agreements officiating the takeover of 4 Ukrainian territories after a controversial vote earlier this week.
Following their goals, our geographical opponents, our opponents as we used to call them recently, are prepared to expose anyone, any country, to turn it into the epicenter of a crisis, to provoke a color revolution and unleash a bloodbath. We have seen all this more than once.
In Kiev, it's being met with disdain.
The conversation with the Secretary General of the UN also involved the pseudo-referendums and Russia's apparent preparation of the ground for an attempt to annex our territory. These brutal violations of the UN Charter must be punished.
Much of the international community says the vote that took place in Zaporizhia, Luhansk, Kherson and Donetsk are illegal and its results will never be recognized. More sanctions on Russia are being prepared, and more military aid to Ukraine has been promised. Turkey, which has played a mediator role in the conflict, also condemned the vote, saying it's a repeat of the 2014 annexation of the Crimean Peninsula.
We made our statements as Turkey, stating our concerns. These regions belong to Ukraine. As we did not recognize the illegal violation against Crimea, we will also not recognize the result of this referendum. Turkey is following a principled foreign policy. Our balanced politics are an example to the world.
Kiev says any possibility for peace talks are now off the table, saying the vote is an act of aggression. Ukraine has vowed a harsh response to what Moscow calls a referendum. Kiev's counteroffensive continues both in the south of the country as well as the northeast, where they are fighting against territory currently held by Russian forces. And they're making progress. And what seems to be retaliatory attacks by Russia also continues. This is what's left of a residential complex in Dnipro in central Ukraine. 4 civilians were killed in this late-night rocket strike, including 2 children.
People suffered heavily. They had put everything into their businesses. They came and lived with the market. They are left with nothing, without a roof. My soul aches and the heart cries.
Kiev says attacks like these are deliberate. Moscow denies targeting civilian areas, but the view from the populated centers across the country tells a different story. Rahul Radhakrishnan, TRT World, Kiev, Ukraine.